big thanks to Nando for having us here today. Tell us the name of the gym, please.
So we are at Surin area in Phuket, and this is Sutai Muay Thai. Also, we have Gracie Barra Brazilian Jiu Jitsu.
And for me, the best thing about it is it's right by the beach there.
There you go.
It's beautiful. Okay, so Nando, you know, it's a big move, isn't it, from Brazil to Thailand?
No, from Brazil to England.
Brazil to England to Thailand. Yeah. So just tell us, wherever you want to begin with your journey, what brought it into your heart
to come?
Yeah.
To Thailand. I think it's like, you know, I think everyone have like always a dream to live by the beach, you know, and work as well in the same. It's like I just imagine the Blue Lagoon, like when Leonardo DiCaprio there, like, and then here I didn't know before, but now here I have the same thing. And when I was living in England for 12 years, and then I met Amy, and then we had Hunter, and we have Amy, her sister was living here, Lucy and Ollie, and all the two daughters.
Yeah.
And then they had to switch because they have a company in England. They wanted to turn back again. They're doing really good now again, or even pre-COVID. But like they want to come back again, and Amy was 1 year off for school.
Yes.
So and then we swap places. So they come back to England, and we stay here in Thailand. And for me, it was like, let's go. It's easy. It was a family.
Oh, so have you always been into fitness? So did fitness develop into your business?
No, it's like when I was living in England, I work in a company like called T Connectivity. So I was a part of a qualified team with identifications. So all the identification go inside airplanes, military airplanes. So I was in a part of the team. I was working in a lab most of the time, and in the evenings I was going to teach Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I was helping my coach and sometimes the class.
Ah, did you have a dream of maybe?
Never imagined to be a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu in Thailand, in Asia. So for example, our school, we have like about the Gracie Barra, like 800 plus schools around the world. And then we are the first Gracie Barra in Thailand. Not in Asian, we have around the Asian, but in Thailand we're the first one, and was like never go through my mind. I start the beginning as we start as a white belt. I have knowledge of nothing to become one day to be a black belt teaching Brazilian Jiu Jitsu in Thailand. When I was in the process of fame, he said, "Oh no," it was like, "Hey, let's go to Thailand." So we have to prepare everything before we come here to Thailand. So before here, this is the area we here have the interview. Now was a restaurant, and then become a yoga place plus fitness. And then I said, well, if I go to Thailand, I have to do something there, but what? And then when I come, I'll say, oh, probably if I'm, so Gracie Barra, all the instructors in the black belt, we have a certification and like kind of qualifications. So they like a university. So every year you have to recycle all your knowledge, everything you learn, plus the new things, the franchise, all the school learn. Like for example, 2020, Gracie Barra learned new things were like challenges and then adversities, and they put it on this new curriculum. And then so every year you have to recycle as an instructor. So I'm a certified black belt by Gracie Barra.
Cool. So to come to Thailand, then, what kind of visa do you have to deal with?
So, like for me, because I have a Jew nationality, I'm Brazilian, born in Brazil, 19, went to England, and I have a Jew nationality. So I use my British passport here. So it was easy because I always go to a Thai embassy first, and you get a visa there. So you start prepare all the paperwork. For example, I came here with a work permit. And from like, it will make the process easier if you go to come with tourist visa, and then work permit and work visa. So it's better whatever you stay, get yourself like knowledge with like people already done before. So that's what we did. We got visa on the Thai embassy in, I think, Leeds, and then we move in. I already have in the process of for the Gracie Barra instructor, like the qualification, I need to be what they said, background check, like international background check, have to have a first aid, and this in complete this course. So that's a kind of like the preparation I have, like to be here, work in Thailand as and also when I came here, I start helping on the office, doing all the outputs and the accounting and everything.
Sure. The struggles. What kind of struggles did you find when you tried to set up this?
So for me, it was like pretty lucky because everyone have to have those struggles. They learn of like for example, like in England, the business and how you open a company and you do with the lawyers is completely different, and sometimes you have like the missing translation of like one lawyer read one way, another lawyer read another way, so or you have all these things. So that was like Amy, like beginning was Amy and Mao opened the Sutai Muay Thai, and then after come Ollie and Lucy. So to like grow the business, what you see now, where with all the 16 rooms was, and we had the restaurant and everything with all Ollie, Amy, Lucy. And then when I get here, I would just have to deal with only my the Gracie Barra part was the franchise and everything, because I was pretty lucky. But they like for what I see was on the points they had, they learn the process, they get be up here by everything is so hard, and they finally I think the best recommendation from me, since I'm here, I'm like nearly 4 years here now, so we deal with this company, the lawyers, they do all the paperwork and everything, all the what you need, the visas and like and be a deal with the license, so you have to have everything on up to date.
Right, I'm sure our viewers will be interested in those things.
It's like it's the best recommended, and if you grab a good and recommended company with like friends live here in Phuket already, have a company kind of similar business, because you need someone to really understand the business side in Thailand. Is completely different from the way they work, the paperwork, and the amount of signatures and photocopies and these piles of sometimes. And sometimes again I go on the travel because it's like my signature, and I done my passport in Brazil. I was like Fernando da Silva Barra, my whole name, because I was like 9 years old when I took my first ID, and I didn't know how to do a signature, and I will remember when I was 9 years old, I will remember my signature, and now my signature is that big, and everything have to be like, it's so much paperwork here, and you have to really understand how it works, the laws, and how the system works. You know, people think it's they come from England, Australia or America. Here you need someone like a good company recommended. It would not be cheap. You be if it's something you. My best advice, I see friends, they have, I done my work visa for this month to this month. It's never always the cheapest way will take you the end of it.
That's good advice. Don't choose the cheapest one every time.
But also don't choose the more expensive one, because sometimes you get people, they expensive, but they don't understand what you needed. Cool. Everyone have their own needs.
So what would you say is the best thing about owning this business here in Phuket?
I think like the best thing is like I say people, like the amount of, since I live here, I moved to Thailand, I learn, and also I observe and I listen different stories, like different backgrounds, and you know, like you learn about people. Is that's the good thing. You make a lot of friends. You know, I'm very easy to make friends, of course, like people know. But like I think I made a lot of friends here since I'm here, and then like all the customers come here, they're all complete different backgrounds. Sometimes we have a doctor. Sometimes I have a guy. He don't know even can reading Spanish, his own language. You know, like, or you have the guy, he cannot even speak or Spanish or Thai, but they go out together. You know, like this kind of thing. It's not just where you come from, but when you do something you love, your mind is open, right? Like they all do Muay Thai, they all train Muay Thai. You don't need to. And the end, they train hard, and is the good things. And the weather is good. Before I was 12 years in England, I'm not someone I complain about weather, because I love the English weather. It's some people why. The first time I saw snow was in England.
Yeah.
I was like amazing, because in Brazil Only snow I can see is from on the TV. You know, Macaulay Culkin like left me behind in Christmas. That's the only time we see snow in Brazil. But then when I came to England, I saw snow. So like, what else I can like? I hate English weather. No, I love it. You know, and then here in Thailand is. You have like time rain seasons, but also now the high season start come up.
Right.
Today I went to the beach. The sea start getting flat. That's perfect.
Good time for swimming.
And the food, Thai food you cannot compare. It's only you can eat Thai food elsewhere, but if you eat in Thailand, it's completely different. I was like, even it's not just different. It's the things that things taste different here. So in England, imagine they take things from Thailand to England, right? And here, everything is like get ready, not inside the sheet. Here is like on the fresh air, and then like the tomatoes taste better, the meat tastes better, the chicken tastes completely different. It's like all these things make the place, but of course, they always have the bad things. And
You said bad things, so have you had any experiences that have left you feeling?
That's the question. It's like, this question for me is very hard because I think I'm like very, 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 very blessed. Because like I always like, you know, like if I feel it's not right, for example, sometimes I drive a motorbike without wear helmets. I was like, why I'm doing this? If I fall here, not gonna be my fault. Gonna be the Thai road is one of the most dangerous road in the world. You know, number one, it's not my fault. My attitudes have those consequences. You know, and sometimes I'm like, and I keep telling everyone, wear helmet. Sometimes I drove today without a helmet, but then I think, why I look at people and say, why you not wear helmet? But I don't as well. So is the one thing is like. I always sometimes I try to make the right choices, and bad experience. For example, I had another day very bad experience in immigration. Was 2 days, 9 hours in immigration to paperwork. Do you understand? This is make you like, man, why am I here?
I must say, immigration is difficult in Thailand. The 90-day reporting.
Yes, you know what I mean. It's like it's not just like I can say many things about the country. It's not bad. It's the system. You know, it's the amount of paperwork. I have to take picture every single corner in the gym. You know what they said to me? Why in this picture here you have mask, and why in this one you don't have mask? And then we have to come back the next day to take another picture. They can see it's clear as me. And they say like, oh yeah, but like you have mask. But if you don't take all the pictures without mask, what happened? They're gonna say, oh, you guys not following COVID procedures. You know what the government look like? They always have the angle they look in things is always different.
So sometimes you can't even predict something.
No, and in this, the company we work with, they put this paperwork impeccable and dates and check everything. There's 2 people check dates because it's this with dates, with stamps, with the signatures. The signature there's a stamp there, pay that, and then when you get there, this you come back with list and another day, and you sit down on immigration. This is like one of the things, but it's not a bad thing. You know, it could be worse.
Nando, tell me about Jeffrey.
Okay, guys, this is Jeffrey. He's a grappling dummy, and COVID times, this is a perfect tool to be your train partner. No complaints, say nothing, just stay there and get the juice done. Thank you, Jeffrey. COVID buddy.
Thank you, Jeffrey.